So as we all know, TFNation is looming, and if anyone's been sensible, they've been saving me money for it. I ain't been sensible. But before I show you which Transformers figures I've bought recently, I have got a little confession, which I'm going to just share to you, and just you only, my friend. So last year when I was at TFNation, obviously I bought some Transformers figures, who didn't? But I still ain't opened all of them, have I? I got Wheeljack last year, still haven't opened up Wheeljack. 23 quid I paid for him, really nice looking figure, don't get me wrong, love that guy, look at him there, absolutely fantastic, but I still haven't opened him up. Why haven't I opened him up, you must ask? Because I'm a busy boy. But I also, either at TFNation or before TFNation, I got this fella, Sideways. Quite a rare figure now, to be fair, as is that Wheeljack from what I've gathered. But again, a very, very nice looking figure, which I just wanted to show off again because he's another one who I bought around that time and I haven't opened up. Now there's actually one or two figures at home which I still haven't opened up. I mean, like home, not here with me at uni. I think one of them is the first edition Starscream, which I'm still kind of toying whether or not I actually do go ahead and open that one up, because it is really nice on the card and it is kind of rare now. But I do also want to have that deluxe Starscream stood on the shelf with all the other Decepticons. First world problems, mate. But then I've also got Decepticons Forever Ravage, which I have actually technically speaking opened because I opened him up last year and I put all the accessories and everything in the box because I wanted somewhere to store them. So yeah, I haven't opened it all the way up properly, but I have technically speaking opened up Decepticons Forever Ravage, which is actually a really nice looking figure, and big shout out to More Than Matsy I for pointing this one out for me, because this is a really nice little figure. Let's talk about figures which I've actually bought recently as a pre-TFNation haul. So I think I'm going to blast through these quick and show you in a bit of a purchase order. I believe the first one that I kind of bought was this lovely little chap here, Legacy Sideburn. We love him, don't we there? How well is he showing up on the camera? Kind of also wanted to use this just a bit of an excuse to kind of test out how well figures show up on the monitors, really. He's a little bit bright, but I don't think he's too sad there. Got him for 12 quid from Smith's. I couldn't really resist. As I say, I've really enjoyed RID. I've had a big blitz through it this year, watched all the episodes, and I quite like Sideburn. Weird with his little obsession with red sports cars, but who doesn't love a red sports car? 12 quid from Smith's. From In Demand Toys for 5 quid, I couldn't say no to Legacy Strong Arm. RID 2015 Legacy Strong Arm. Showing up not too sad on the monitor there. We do like that one. 5 quid. Don't see why she was so cheap. She's a good little figure, this one. Reuse of the Chromia and is it the Minerva, I believe, as well, from the IGW series, I want to say. But yeah, 5 quid for her. I was going to wait and get her at TFNation, but then I thought, do you know what? She's actually a really nice little figure. Yeah, she deserved a good home. So yeah, I thought I'd go ahead and give Strong Arm a home. Very nice little figure. If you do see this one at TFNation, I think I'd say go ahead and pick her up because she is pretty cool. Do I want the rest of the RID figures in Legacy? Or the rest of the RID 2015, I should say. Do I want the rest of them? Maybe, if I'm honest with you. I think they've actually done a better job so far with this RID Strong Arm than they have done with like the Transformers Prime characters, because they just don't look like them. Where this to me just looks like a more modern, updated version of that 2015 design. So yeah, honestly, I really do like that figure, even though the show is a little bit meh. Right, taking a little break from figures which transform. So for those of you who don't know, LAKEY's been making these little blind box minifigures, which are actually really moreish. Same with when you get like little blind bag trading cards and all the rest. They're kind of addictive, and I've become a little bit addicted, hence why I bought Swoop. He is really, really nice. I'm not going to lie, I would rather have got the version of him in the robot mode. But I sort of thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to go ahead and support my local collectible shop. And for a tenner, I thought I'll take Swoop home with me. Obviously, I didn't know which one I was going to get. And besides, Lord, the next time I buy one from like this particular line, because there's loads of different lines. This one was like a, I think this might have been like one of like the parallel universe ones, which they've done, something like that. I don't know. I haven't really been following them sort of that much with it. But yeah, I thought, normally I'm not really that into figures which don't transform. But LAKEY's have been doing something really, really special. Should we have another one? All right, technically speaking, this is the fourth thing which I bought. Well, fourth, fifth, sixth, however many of TFNation purchases last year, which I've only recently opened, being Ironhide. Again, I can't remember which sort of sub-series this one was from. One of the earlier waves, I want to say, one of the earlier lines of them. But again, this one's a nice little figure as well. This one, there's just so much posability and detail on it. Like, you know, like they're just like so smooth and they're so clean looking. But then like also, you know, they pose really nicely. They look great on the shelf. They look great with other figures and all the rest. And it'd be cool to kind of maybe put this one in front of like the Voyager Ironhide from the Studio series. Or actually I've got the Earthrise one, but you know, maybe if you had the Voyager one, it would be cool. Or maybe pose him next to like the Masterpiece Ironhide and all the rest. And yeah, they're just nice little figures, nice little desk bots. I think it's been summed up nicely as perfect little desk bots. And for £7, £7, £8, sometimes maybe £8.99, I think they're worth it. I definitely do love what Blokies are putting out there. And yeah, I probably am going to get 1 or 2 more at TFNation. And last, but by no means least, I went into Smith's the other day, and I've committed to the Constructicons, haven't I? Whoops-a-daisy, I went ahead and I bought Bone Crusher for £24.99. A lot of money for a deluxe, I can't lie. I do feel like the price increase at the minute is, you know, not necessarily making me question it all, but it is definitely making me kind of worry a little bit. And I feel like the prices are only going to go up. They have done in all the other lines and that. And I'm not a fan of it, I can't lie. But what I am a fan of is Constructicon Bone Crusher. This guy does actually look really, really nice. I've watched a few reviews and I'm not going to lie, I feel like the figures are a little bit of a mixed bag as to whether or not they're actually better than the Combiner Wars ones that they did a while back. But I think that we were probably about due to go ahead and get the new Combiners. Only thing which I think is kind of weird about the Combiners, and I'm not quite on board with, is the whole idea that like Combiner Wars was its own separate line for the Combiners. And it feels like now it's like, yes, I'm glad to be getting them, but I feel like you could have maybe done like a new line based on that. Like they're doing Age of the Primes at the minute. Like, you know, why not do like another Combiner Wars? Like, I don't know what you'd call it, but basically like another line for just the Combiners. Instead of like kind of throwing them into like the Studio series at the minute. I don't really have a problem with it. I just think it's like, would have been cool to have had its like its own subline maybe. But yeah, Studio series Bone Crusher. But that's not quite all. So the other week from In Demand Toys, they put up a rerun for the Earthrise Voyager class Thrust, which I did in fact pre-order. I think that one set me back about £34.99, but it's better than the scalper prices of like 80, 90 quid. So if you are interested in that one, have a little look on In Demand Toys and maybe Star Action Figures, one of those websites, and you might still be in luck. Don't quote me on it, fingers crossed. If not, no. As of, not really today, but over the last few weeks, they have recently revealed at STCC, I believe it was, that they are remaking Thundercracker. It was the 86 Voyager Thundercracker which they revealed. So chances are they are going to go ahead and do the Coneheads again. But me personally, I think I'm probably going to go ahead and like keep my Earthrise Coneheads, you know, with Dirge, Thrust, when I get him, and Ramjet, obviously. But then I think I am about ready to maybe, not maybe sell on, but probably go ahead and get the new Coneheads, because like, you know, that Thundercracker looks fantastic. But that's not all from the Constructicons though, nope. Also from In Demand Toys, I pre-ordered I missed out on Mixmaster, so we'll have to go ahead and try and find Mixmaster at some point. But I pre-ordered Scavenger. Scavenger was about like £24.99, or maybe like, I think it was about £24.99 all in with postage. He's due out, I want to say about like October, November kind of time. And then also from a website called The Whole Shebang, I think Jonathan Prime, thank you very much Johnny. I think it's The Whole Shebang that he put me in the direction of, because I was like, oh, I kind of want to commit to the Constructicons now. When I found this guy, I was like, I kind of want to go ahead and get the rest of them because they are nice. And he was like, yeah, go to this website, The Whole Shebang. And I pre-ordered, it's the twin pack with long haul and hook. I think that sets like October, November, maybe the same sort of time as Scavenger, maybe a little bit before, a little bit after, I'm not so sure. I've been all right with, you know, buying figures lately. I haven't really been buying too much before TFNation. Oh, speaking of TFNation, let's get it loaded back up there. TFNation. I have been buying some Doctor Who figures and bits lately, which I do want to make another video talking about and unboxing a few of them. Been buying a few Star Wars bits and pieces. But in the run up to TFNation, we'll keep it just about Transformers for now. Get them all back as one happy family. Look at that. You can just about see them all in frame. I can't hold the Blokies minifigures as well. Hang on. There's my haul. I'm going to try and do this in haul videos. I'm going to like try and like at the end like just sit there and like hold it all and see if I can make that work. We shall see. This has been me, Collecting Claridge, signing out. I hope you're all right at TFNation soon. I hope you'll buy yourself some nice Transformers if you don't go to TFNation. But if you do go to TFNation, I shall see you there. I love you all, and stay awesome, people. Right, should we open some figures now?